Howdy folks, I'm Keith Bowen. This is Hard Rock University, and I'm gonna kind of do another video on how we build the leach pad. This is the leach pad. It's covered with sand, which in this case is crushed rock from lots of work. And underneath it are drain pipes and fabric. And we have our agitation tank here with about 3/4 of a ton of material in it. I'm going to open that valve, probably have to flush that pipe out. And it'll come out onto this area here and it'll build a delta. Okay? Now as you see, I've scraped the mud out of that material there. That's good sand. It's got good percolation. That does not. It's got a lot of clay. Once we flood it, it soaks through and it dries out a little bit. We can scrape the clay off and use it to build the berms. So if we didn't do that, we'd get impenetrable clay layers in there. Wouldn't get any percolation. All this here is sand. There's virtually no clay on it at all. So let's rock. Now you can see how it's depositing all the coarser sand fairly close, and then right there is the edge of the delta. When it hits that still water, the rest of the sand just drops. I may have to scrape a little bit, but I have plenty of sand here to complete it out to there when I'm done. All this stuff is building materials. Remember that. Now the tank is empty. All the sand is basically here. Don't know how much made it how far. All this stuff here will be silt and clay. Once it settles and the liquid goes away, either through percolation or through evaporation, then I'll come in. I can take the scrape and just scrape that over to the berms. Build them up higher. You can see where I've got some stuff there drying, and you just keep building it that way. Once you get this corner filled, you move it back a little bit, and you move it over there, move it there, move it back, like that until you got a whole layer of sand here, and you go back to the beginning and start again. So that's basically how you build your leach pad up. Theoretically, we can take it about as high as that outlet valve there, which would be, well, another 3 feet or more from the top of that berm. A lot of material here.
Okay, go.
So here we are after it's had a chance to drain. I just peeled back the cover, and you can see that this is finer sand, but good percolation. These are the slimes, as they like to call them. Clays, silts, things that are real fine that'll have bad percolation. What I'm trying to do at this point is to get the sand out to here. Okay? And then I'm going to start working on that side of the pad there. So I got to scrape all this stuff clean and pile it into the berms. Scrape that stuff clean and throw it on this berm here. This is just going to be a sump. It's got so much clay in it now that it's just going to be sacrificed. But we need to keep all this other pad nice and clean. It's real easy to do with my scrape, which is just a rake and some thick sheet metal that I had. It allows you to get underneath that layer, or loosen it if you want. And then just pull it up into the berm. And that will Keep the berms rising with the rest of the pad. And allow you to just keep building this thing up and up and up. So that's how we do it. You saw what this was going to look like at the first thing. Just keep repeating and eventually it'll be like this deep. Happy prospecting and keep it safe out there.